Hi guys, I'm your girl Chanazi's Twist and I'm back with another episode of The Twist. And today's twist, I'm bringing you our second episode of our scotch egg recipes. So let's get started. You can see how our scotch egg looks so beautiful inside and crunchy outside. And for that, our first and main ingredient is our eggs. There is no scotch egg without eggs. So we're going to be using some Irish potatoes. I have about six Irish potatoes, some fresh garlic. Yeah, we've got fresh garlic and one Scotch bonnet peppers. The pepper is optional, so if you do not use it, just let it go. And then here we've got some cilantro. I'll be using about a handful of cilantro. You can replace your cilantro with parsley if you do not do cilantro. So now here we've got some thyme, some crushed black pepper, some curry powder, um, some salt. I'm using the pink Himalaya salt, and then I have my homemade seasoning because I'm not using seasoning cubes, so I'm using my homemade seasoning. Okay, guys. Now here I have some corn starch. I'm using the corn starch to bind everything together. I'm going to tell you why. Now we've got some breadcrumbs and some all-purpose flour. Now we also have some fresh fish. I'll be using sea bream. I love some sea bream. So we've got our sea bream washed off camera. Everything is clean, but I'm going to be taking out the head because I do not need the head for this recipe. But I'm going to use the head for something else. I usually use my head for better things because there is no fish without its head. For those who know, they know there is no fish without its head. All right. So in a clean pot, we're just going to add in our fish in some water, season it with some salt, and put it to boil. Then we're going to go ahead and peel our Irish potatoes. Put that in a pot and let it cook until soft and tender. The Irish potatoes here are not really good. So, yeah. Now, it's time to boil our eggs. So, we're going to go in with our eggs, put it in a pot of water, and put it to boil. I'm going to boiling my eggs for about 8 to 10 minutes max because I do not like runny eggs, but I do not want my eggs to be extremely hard boiled. Now, our fish has been cooking beautifully. Our fish is ready. Right. Now take out your fish and put in a plate, set it aside for it to cool down. So while our fish is cooling down, we're going to go ahead and crush our fresh veggies or our fresh ingredients. I used my vegetable cutter. You can use your knife and do the job. So now, once your eggs are ready, peel them and set them aside. And onto our fish, we're going to be deboning our fish. Our fish is ready, cold, and it's time to debone them. Make sure you do not have any bones in your fish. I went in for the sea bream because it has less bones. You can use any fish of your choice, but make sure you choose the fish that really has less bones. You can use the mackerel fish. Back home, we used to use mackerel fish. Okay, guys. Yeah. So once that is done, this is what my mackerel bone, deboned fish looks like. Okay. So now it's time to go in for our egg. Now crack your two eggs that we reserved. Add in some salt for seasoning. Go in with a little bit of water, whisk and set it aside. Yeah, I remember we had 10 eggs, but we bought just 8. Now our potatoes are ready. They're soft and tender. Now we're going to mash them with our fish. But let's take out that little water that is in our fish because we do not need any form of liquid. Yeah. So we're going to add our potatoes with our fish and then mash it together like so. Just use your potato masher and mash it together. You can use your pestle if you have one. Do it gently and beautifully until everything is beautifully mashed like so. Now go in with your ingredients. We've got some black pepper, some salt, my homemade seasoning. Yes, guys. So mix everything beautifully. Mix gently. Then go in with our blended or our crushed fresh ingredients. We've got some cilantro, garlic, and some scotch bonnet pepper. Then add in your cornstarch. Now I'm adding my cornstarch to bind everything together because the Irish potato here is not that good. It's loaded with lots of water. That's why I'm adding in some cornstarch to bind everything beautifully. Now taste and adjust the seasoning. So guys, we're almost there. We're just going to use our mix and make some balls. We're going to make 8 balls. Yeah. Now, another tip. If you're doing this for business purposes, try to use a scale to make your balls so you can have equal sizes. So on a flat surface, I use some clean flame, put in my ball and used a flat plate to flatten it like so. Then went in with my egg and molded everything beautifully. You can use your palms and do it directly if you want. I just wanted to ease my work, right? So once you've done that, use your hands now to shape everything together. If you feel that it's a bit too thick, you can reduce some of the mixture. Yes, or you can also reduce it and make it a little bit thinner, like thinner. All right. That's if you're doing it for business purposes, you need some profit. Yeah. So we are going to repeat this process over and over, and that's it. Tip number two, just make sure that your scotch eggs do not have any holes. Make sure you cover them beautifully and there are no holes on your scotch eggs. Now it's time to coat our scotch eggs. Roll your scotch eggs first in your all-purpose flour, then use your whisk eggs and wash the scotch eggs. Once you've washed the scotch eggs in there, roll it in your breadcrumbs and then put it back in the eggs. Wash it again a second time and then coat it a second time with your breadcrumbs. So we are doing a double coating here for it to really be crispy, and we need to do a double coating. So go ahead and repeat this process until everything is completely coated like so. So we've got our 8 balls well coated and it's time for frying. Now in a pot of hot oil, just go ahead and drop your scotch eggs gently, guys. I'm using the oil I used to fry my previous scotch eggs. Yeah. So deep fry your scotch eggs on medium to low heat. You do not want your oil to be extremely hot before dipping in your scotch eggs. So once that is cooked and you see that your scotch eggs are golden brown, then know that everything is ready. Again, do not dip your eggs in extremely hot oil. So our scotch eggs are ready and this is what they look like. Don't they look beautiful, guys? Don't they look beautiful? So now let's go ahead and cut one open and see what it looks like. I'm so excited. Wow. Woo. Whoa, look at that. Look at that, guys. Please give it a try and let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you all. Bye.